Hi. All right. So, how is your mind-body connection? I was recently, just this past weekend, at a Joe Dispenza workshop, and he was doing an all-day workshop on his latest book, Becoming Supernatural. It was an awesome day, but I learned so much. All right. So, the way it was explained to me is that our mind and body are in constant opposition. And what I find very interesting about this is that, and please keep an open mind, is that your body is your subconscious mind. Now, that kind of blows my mind. I've been working with subconscious mind for years, and I don't know why it didn't come to me before, but anyways, I know this now, and it may not resonate with you, and maybe it does, but hear me out. All right, so your body has a muscle memory, and it remembers what it's supposed to feel like. So when we have a feeling or a thought over and over again, we actually build a program within us. So it's pretty cool when you figure out, okay, so let's take, for example, being in the present moment. Have you ever read The Power of Now? It's Edgar Tolle. Sorry if I said his name wrong. He wrote The Power of Now in 1997, and that's when I read the book. And of course, back then I was what I was calling, I would call it a self-help junkie, because you read a book and you hurry up and read another book because you want to change your life. So you hurry up and read another book. But when you stop all that madness and you really go within, that's when your life is going to change. Now, what that book was and what Joe Dispenza talks about is being in the present moment. So are you able to stay in the present moment? Because this is what happens to me. I'll be in the present moment and I'm in the now, and then all of a sudden a thought comes to my head. And I always thought it was monkey mind, going on. You can't get rid of your thoughts. But how Joe Dispenza explained it was because your body is your subconscious mind, it is used to feeling a certain way, and it's running a certain program. So the thought that comes to your mind is from your body. It's like, hey, it's not comfortable in the present moment, so let's give her a thought that takes her to the past. That's crazy, right? But when you start thinking about that and realizing that, holy cow, that could possibly be what's happening. So when you have a thought in the present moment, or when you're meditating and you're like calming yourself down, and then all of a sudden a thought comes to your mind, the thought is coming to your mind because you have neurons built that fire and wire together, and that is your programming. So in order to stop that and to unlink those neurons, they'll actually die off when you stop having that thought, that feeling. And so it's going to take time, because it's taken years to build the neurons in my head. So it's just a matter of, okay, when you're meditating, for example, you're meditating, the thought comes to your head, let it go. Come back into where the meditation is. And so it'll just cause your body to send more thoughts to you, because it wants you to have that feeling. It wants you to be thinking this way, not that way. So it is that connection and that you want to disconnect from. So a really good way of doing that. Oh, and one thing I should explain is when you're in the present moment, that's when you're in the quantum field. And in the quantum field, you have infinite possibilities for your future. You can grab any future you want when you're in the quantum field, the present moment. So to disconnect some of these neurons is to stop doing things the way you're doing. Just do it the opposite way, in which I thought of little exercises that you can do I tried this once and it was too hard. So I went back to my old way. Brush your teeth with your opposite hand. Right. So I probably did it for about a week, and I kept having this thought that I wasn't doing it right. It didn't feel right. I wasn't doing it right. I wasn't doing a good job. Go back to the other hand. So I caved in and I went back to the other hand. But now I know that it's because my subconscious mind is uncomfortable. And when your subconscious mind is uncomfortable, your body is uncomfortable, it sends thoughts that will put you back to doing the way you did it before. And that it really does blow my mind. So I started this week, I hung my coat up the opposite way, and it felt really weird. Well, it's feeling weird because I don't have the neurons built in my brain. So just kind of do that and remember that you're breaking a habit. You're creating a new one, and you're unlearning and relearning. So, in a way, you're unmemorizing, because we've memorized how we are supposed to be. Someone told us to brush our teeth that way. Someone told us to hang up our coat. My husband hangs up his coats the opposite way as I do. It drives me crazy. But now I'm joining him and I'm hanging my coat up the opposite way. And so I look forward to seeing what's going to come of that. But it's the meditation, like the way Dr. Joe said it to us in the workshop, is that when you're in the present moment, you're going to have a ton of thoughts come into your head because your body's in panic. It wants you to be worried about this, that, and the other thing. So it sends you a thought that puts you in the past. So you're no longer in the present moment. So that's the challenge, is to be in the present moment and do whatever it takes to do the opposite of what you do. So let's see what our soul language is this week. Take a couple deep breaths. I've already done a podcast on this, so I don't know what came up there. So let's see what is going to come up. Akashalaka sono kono na sang ani na kashalada kanina na shanala kanamani na silala kashalada kara ashanala kara sidala kasaloro konana na kasenina na kashalada kara ayanana. If I'm getting it correctly, we're a computer program, and so what we want to do is reprogram. So you want a different life, you need to be a different person. Akashalaka no sakanana ashi nalakanani na shalada ka asilo onina sinana ashana kanana in no nana saginila nana in no nana zila ashalada o yanana asinina lalakanana. We have a knowing within us, a knowing of what and who we are and how we serve. And it's just a matter of opening up, allowing, and breathing in that vibration. All right, so take a couple deep breaths and really allow that transmission to enter your body. And I hope you found this beneficial, and that you are, now that you're aware of the power of the present moment, that you're going to go there as often as you can. Have fun with the doing things differently. You brush your hair with your right hand, brush it with your left hand, and just see how it feels in your body, because this is about doing different things. So let's be the person that we want to be. Let's be the person that we want to see that changes the world. All right, so have a fantastic week. Namaste.